hit go live.
Did you?
Yes.
So I guess we're live.
I think we're live. Wow, this is cool. All right. Now we know how to do it, I think. We'll
Go
see who
live.
comes in here. I actually kind of want to get people in the Discord. Stream URL.
What?
Stream URL? Can I use that and post it?
What are you talking
I'll just do it
about?
on. Oh, I want to post my stream to the Discord
Oh,
to get
okay,
some
gotcha.
people in
I
there.
can send that over.
I'm ready. I'm
Oh,
already there.
okay.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for the technical, not really technical difficulties, but just gotta get everyone in here.
Well, that's one good thing about the lives. You usually don't get too many people in the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. Just on the playbacks, I guess. All right.
So, Anthony, you're going to be finding me a house or apartment,
Yes.
whatever, condo. Honestly, you cannot afford to buy a house in DC. I think the
Well,
cheapest house in DC is $1 million.
geez,
Right?
really?
Right? Yeah.
In the greater DC area. So this is definitely you're looking to move to DC, right?
Yeah.
Or Maryland.
Yeah, I think me and my partner are definitely happier there after living out in Kentucky for a while.
Can you tell me exactly like why you think you'd be happier there and why you're not happy where you are now?
There's just so much stuff to do in DC compared to here. There's not too many things. Honestly, most of your entertainment is like shopping or eating out, so definitely
Hmm,
not my forte.
gotcha. And off stream, you said something like you're not tired, but you feel like down every day,
Yeah,
right?
it's a little bit depressing. I don't know. After moving out here, just moving out here towards the suburbs, you know that nosy neighbor? Like, I just feel like
Hmm.
that constantly. I'm like, oh, what are they doing? But, when I was living in DC, I'm like, I don't care what people are doing. I'm just going to have my own fun?
Yes, no, exactly. That makes sense because yeah, nothing else going on, and you're probably at home much more often. You're not trying to get into because there is no city really to go to, right?
Right. Oh, we got Eric
Gotcha.
in the chat, and if y'all don't know that Eric's gonna move down to Maryland with me in July.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I'll have a buddy to go
Well, look,
raid the IRS.
that's great. You and Eric are gonna have some good times. It actually works for me too because now you guys are all a little bit closer to me. So, well, actually, Eric's moving further away, but I get Calvi a little bit closer now, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that's true.
I'm happy about that.
Uh,
So that's cool. Hmm?
Nothing. So, where do you think we should look first?
So, okay, so if you are dead set in that area, like Maryland or DC, let's just jump right into it. Let's jump onto Zillow
All right,
and let's
Zillow.
just see what's in the area. Now, of course, there are other ways to find houses. As a realtor, I'm a realtor in Greenville, South Carolina. As a realtor, we get what's called the MLS, multiple listing service, and it gives us some stuff that might not necessarily you would be able to find on Zillow. But honestly, for the most part, Zillow has everything that realtors have. So you'd be surprised for the most part. It's just that realtors have connections to what are called pocket listings. So people that are selling a house but not putting it on the system. But every time we make a listing, it'll ask us, oh, do you want to IDX share? So it'll go to Redfin, it'll go to realtor.com, it'll go to Zillow. So it's actually all integrated
Wow,
right into our system.
that's interesting. So, Zillow is the best for the average consumer, you think?
Yeah, I love Zillow. Zillow has some really interesting things because you actually are able to on Zillow search by area an agent. So you can actually like want an agent in Redland, Maryland. You can search by that, and you can find agents who specialize in that area. You don't want an agent that maybe lives a bunch of cities over. He doesn't know anything about the demographic or the houses of that area. So I think Zillow is a great tool,
Huh.
honestly.
Yeah, I know Zillow is the most popular, but I didn't know it was the best, out of,
Hmm.
Trillo and Redfin.
Yeah, they're all okay. I've used Zillow for so long, and it's user friendly. Looks nice.
Now you were
Um,
talking about pocket houses or like houses that are like coming onto the market. I saw this one house and you gotta see it. It's for 135K and it's like pretty nice. You got a 2 bedroom, 3 bathroom,
Mm.
right? But this is what the inside looks like. It's like it's not done.
Oh, it's gutted.
Yeah, it's 100% investment property, but it may be
Mm.
worth it because according to the poster, uh, properties around the area for like a 2 bedroom, 3 bath has sold for 300,000.
Yeah, so it's probably in a 300K neighborhood. But see, one of the things with these are if you look at the bottom, it says property being sold as is,
Right.
which means you're not really going to have any contingencies. They're not going to fix anything for you, which means buying this house, you actually have to be approved to buy that house. So
Oh.
lenders, when you go to get a loan on some of these properties, if it's not livable in some way, that means like if there's mold, there's holes in the walls, there's holes in the floor. I've seen a lot. Anything that would disqualify it from being quote unquote livable, they won't even give you a loan on it. There's some lenders that might do it, but that's one of the first things you have to look at is like, will I be able to get a loan on it or not?
So it's
Did
funny
you
you mentioned
know?
that
Yeah,
one of their listing terms
yeah,
is only cash only. You can't take a loan out for this property.
yeah. So one of these is it's a cash only. You gotta cough up 135K. You're not getting the house.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Right.
I mean, there are other things some people might be watching and be like, well, I was able to with hard money loans, and this is pretty much
What's
not
a hard
something you're
money
gonna be
loan?
something you don't want to do, but you personally, but pretty much what a lot of people do who are skilled in the game, they'll go to private lenders. So I could be a private lender. Anybody that has some
So
money
mobsters.
that, yeah, exactly. Moms just want to put a gun to your head if you don't bring it back. Um, so, oh, I see Benji. Benji's in here. I want to find a home in Miami for 250K, 3 bedroom and 2 bath. Show me now.
Oh
We can get
god.
into that, Benji. We can get into it, but
Uh,
good luck.
our friend CJ says that Florida is closed.
Yes, Benji, Florida's closed from what I hear. There's nobody else is coming. Nobody else is moving in there. That's
Oh my
funny.
god. I was also looking at Texas. Texas is freaking crazy. Like you can find
It's
like a four
yeah.
bedroom house for 100K. I'm like, okay.
Yes. Yeah. If you go far enough out, you can find some nice things.
Right.
Um, did you guys know what type of loan you were looking for at all?
I didn't. The only loans that we know of are, regular mortgage loans, 30 year loans. That's about it, you know? We don't have too much
Yeah,
knowledge in the real estate space.
gotcha. So I would say just a quick breakdown would be something to know for the future for getting a loan. The typical ones that you'll see are either called like a conventional loan or an FHA loan. Um, in some cases USDA, and there's a few other ones, but the two main ones that most buyers who come through are doing conventional or FHA.
Hmm.
Um, and right now, if you're doing conventional, that essentially what a conventional does is it's like for a house that might be a little more distressed, but it's still livable. A conventional loan they'll still let you lend on it on that kind of house, whereas an FHA it's a little more stringent on their guidelines, and they won't really lend on those properties that need to be super fixed up. So conventional can get you by with a little bit more, but it also comes with maybe slightly higher APRs, so the interest you're paying, um, or the down payment. So some lenders you'll see right here require 5%. Around here in Greenville, there's a lot of lenders that'll let you do 3%. In fact, there are actually some people that are offering some loans that are 0% that we can get into,
Oh
and
wow,
it's kind of like a conventional loan. But
that's
yeah, it's
crazy.
it's pretty interesting. Yeah.
So
Um,
I did do a little bit of research
mhm.
into mortgage loans. So I'm not sure if I've told you before, but my wife's grandparents was actually in the military. So we were looking at maybe a Navy Federal mortgage loan, since you could probably get a better rate on it.
It's a good idea, and I would say for the most part you can get a little bit lower. Although, at least in my market in Greenville, uh, the average Navy Federal loan has actually been on par with the standard conventional loan,
Huh.
believe it or not. Um, I actually was on the phone with one of the representatives recently, and they said, yeah, a lot of people are calling, but basically everyone's getting around high fives to low 6%, or even sometimes mid 6%
Is this
loans.
what you're
However,
talking about? Conventional fixed rate
yeah,
loans? Hmm.
yeah, and they're saying APR as low as 5%. Well, on a 10 to 30 year loan, so maybe a 10-year loan you're getting 5%. 30-year you're probably getting closer to 6, or even a little above 6. And then the down payment's 5%. So if you wanted to buy that house that's 135,000, you're gonna have to come out of pocket, 7,500 for that down payment, something like that. Um, so that would be for conventional. So it's a good idea. You just have to check your market. So if you're going to Maryland, call some Navy Federals around there and see if they do offer. Well, you can just check the rates pretty much. They'll always have revolving rates, so you can just kind of see where they're at. Um,
So, what do
what
you
some people
personally
I've
recommend?
seen, I would say right now banks are, since mortgage applications are down so much, meaning there's a lot less people who are buying houses. I've been talking to a lot of local lenders, and believe it or not, they're offering this. They call them path programs. Um, they call them a bunch of different things, but for the most part, what this this little type of loan that they're doing right now is to entice buyers, and it's one that I want to use personally. So basically, what one of the lenders around me is offering, actually a few of them are offering, is a 0% down. So
Hmm, that's
whereas that
great.
house you had to put 7,500 down, you could actually put zero down, which normally you'd have to get that with like a VA loan, like if you're a veteran.
Right.
But you could put 0% down. The flip side to that is if you put 0% down on a normal loan, like just conventional, not this program, anything under 20%, you're gonna have to pay PMI, um, which is a mortgage insurance. So this way they're kind of taking some extra money every single month off of your, well, they're taking money from you every single month to cover the loan in case you default. This is usually like if you got that house that's 150K, a PMI might be, maybe around $200, something like that. So it's something you have to build into your monthly payment. It's not just $800 for the mortgage, a little bit for the taxes you build in, but you also have to factor in PMI. So this is something you guys will most likely have to deal with if you're putting in anything under 20% conventional
Right.
loan.
I think one thing
Um,
we were searching for
mhm.
Navy Federal was that, of course, I'm not. We didn't look too much into the local lenders, but for Navy Federal, I think it's 5% down, and if you don't have 20%, then you don't have to pay PMI. Is that correct, based on your knowledge?
As far as I've seen, it'll still have a PMI, but again, it will change based on your market and where you are.
I see.
If they do offer that, that's great. Yeah, because a good way to think about like money is for every if you think about every dollar that's going into your mortgage payment is like maybe $2 that you're missing out on in loan. So like you know, if you have to pay that PMI, it's maybe $200 every single month. You're actually losing maybe $400 to $500 in like buying power that you would normally get on a loan. So something that may qualify, maybe if you're only like allowed $1,000 a month, so like maybe 150K house, something like that. Having that PMI will bring you down up to like 1,200. Now you don't qualify anymore, so it'll a lot of these things will kind of hurt you.
So, do you think that people who are looking to buy a house, if they can't afford the 20% down payment, that they shouldn't buy a house, or are there other options?
Definitely not. I don't think you should fear PMI at all. It's just something to be aware of and just build it into your monthly payment. Because chances are your house is going to appreciate way faster than that, um, in conjunction with the write-offs and interest and all that stuff, or the taxes. So it's nothing really to worry about. Because also, if you're buying a property that is in maybe the 150 range, maybe it's a little bit distressed. Maybe it's like some stinky carpet, or maybe you have to paint a little bit, make it look nicer. By the
Right.
time you fix all those things up, and maybe a couple of years go by, you might have gained enough in equity on that house to be able to refinance, hopefully with a lower rate, and be able to get that 20% and eliminate PMI altogether. So It's very possible. So it's like maybe you put 5% down, but you gain 15% in value from fixing it up and holding it for a couple of years. You refinance, now you're at 20%, and then you get rid of your PMI. Um,
Right.
so you don't have to worry about that payment. So it won't last forever. That's the main point.
Now, what are you gonna say to people like Benji over here, who's like, maybe it's not the best time to buy with the market right now?
Well, Benji's a local troll, so let me see. Not trying to be rude, but you sure you know what you're talking about? You're trying to convince us that it's a good idea to buy a house right now. He's seems slimy. He's a local troll. He likes to come by and be funny. But Benji knows, and everyone else in the chat knows. I have not even said anything is a good time to buy right now. All of I'm giving you is information. You could do what you want with the information after that. What's going on, Doc? What's up, Sandshrew? Navy Federal's the best. Awesome, awesome.
Right.
Um, so yeah, that's what that is. So let's get some more info. So yeah, that's what PMI pretty much is. So something to think about.
Yeah.
What's the range you're really looking for prices?
I'm thinking for my price range for what we can comfortably afford is probably a minimum. So I want to do a minimum of 100K because I think anything under that, it's just gonna be like parking lots and property. So set it to 100K.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum, I think for us, 250 is gonna be the max unless it's something really nice. So maybe let's put something at 2080. Oh my god, I can't say numbers. $280,000. How's that?
Gotcha. Cool. And are you
You
guys
just
looking
see everything
for?
disappear. Hmm?
Yeah, right. Everything it's just zero. Everything's gone. Um, and I also want to do real quick. Matt Clausen coming in. He says, "What's going on, Matt?" He says, "I'll be looking at FHA for my first home when the time comes. Not worried about PMI when the time comes either."
Nice.
Um, so FHA is like a government-backed loan. Pretty much, it'll allow you to put down a little bit less, so about 3.5%. And it's made for first-time home buyers. But typically with those loans, you'll um, like I said, it's a little more stringent. So if there are little bit things that are wrong with the house, it might not pass. But for the most part, FHA is pretty good with people, and you'll be able to get a loan on whatever house. But that's what it's made for, pretty much.
So would you recommend
Um,
an FHA loan for me specifically? If I'm buying a condo or a house that's like semi okay, not like gutted?
I would say yes if there's no other programs like I talked about here with like the zero down, no PMI, because it's like a much better loan.
I see.
If that does not exist over in Maryland, then I'd probably say yeah, FHA might be your next best bet.
So not only are you shopping for homes, but you also have to shop around for the loans too.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Typically I'll give 1 to 3 lenders to people when they are going to buy a house. And some people do more because they have credit unions and stuff like that. But yeah, it's all things to look at. But you could find rates and what you're pre-approved for pretty quickly with a lot of lenders.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's the thing, like people like Benji are talking about interest rates. It's like, yes, interest rates maybe at 6% right now. But I mean, you can't just plan for now. You have to also plan for the future. Like, do you expect 6% forever? I mean, that's what our parents did, right? So if you're already okay with a 6%, and we're already seeing the Fed kind of coming back, then you'll definitely be okay with less than that in the future, because if it stays the same, then fine. If it goes a little higher, then fine. But if it goes down, you could always refinance in the future, and now you have a
Right.
less rate. So it's like you're not fully locked in,
Right. Right. Because
and you
during the
gotta,
pandemic, a lot of people were refinancing their loans, but they didn't have
yeah,
to pay the price hikes of the low interest rates people were getting.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And if the Fed decides to go crazy and go to 9%, well, now you just locked in 6%,
Right.
you know, which is better.
Right. All right.
So let's see what kind of houses we got here. Are you guys looking for like a single family house, like one that's detached, or do you want like a townhouse attached?
It really doesn't matter to us. I know for this price range, we probably can't find like the suburban white picketed fence kind of house.
Hmm,
So we're pretty much open to
maybe.
whatever.
Okay. Let's see.
So
Let's see what we're
home
looking for.
types, houses, townhomes, multifamily. Yeah, that's cool. Condos, co-ops. No lots and land because you can't live in a parking space, and probably not
Right.
manufactured houses.
Manufactured, yeah, that'll be like the mobile homes and stuff.
Right. Not gonna
Double
resell any.
wides. I
Apply.
wonder if they have those out there. We got a bunch of double wide trailers out here, so I
Oh
wonder
yeah,
if they
I
have them in
think
Maryland.
everywhere has them.
Really?
Yeah, because I think it's just a cheap way to get a house out there if you have the land.
Right.
And
Hmm.
I think for bedrooms, maybe one. It has to be at least one. Probably not a studio. Bathroom, any, as long as there is a bathroom, right?
You know what I would do? I would actually, yeah, do that for now. That's okay. Yeah, because sometimes if you do set it to like 3 bedrooms, then some people miss put them in there and they'll just put 0 bedrooms, zero bathrooms, or like nothing,
Hmm.
and then you'll miss those houses because they have nothing, even though it might be a 3 bedroom anyway. But that is
So
fine
yeah,
for now, so we can narrow it.
okay. And then for more, let's see. So max HOA probably just any, and then there's by
Yeah.
owners and others. What do you think?
You could do by agent for now, and probably get rid of that coming soon. That might work because when are you guys looking to move?
Probably not anytime soon. We're probably just looking for right now and seeing what our options are.
Okay, so maybe leave it all. That should be
Okay.
fine.
So agent listed new construction, foreclosures, auctions, foreclose, and pre-foreclosure.
That's okay. Yeah, you can leave that.
Okay. Probably not pending or under contract. Would you recommend checking that?
No,
Okay.
those are the ones that are they have offers already.
Must have a 3D tour.
That'd be nice, but
Right.
not all of them
Not a
do.
requirement.
Right.
Parking spots, any. I think as long as we can get one car over there, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Square footage, no, I don't really have any minimum or maximums. Year built, don't really care. Has a basement, don't really care. Single
Hmm.
story only, don't really care. Now I'm gonna hide the 55 plus communities because I can't live there, of course, right?
Right.
So
Right.
hide that. Must
Yeah, I've been
have
upset with a
AC,
few of them.
right? Must have AC. Probably. I mean, if it doesn't have AC, we can probably install it ourselves. And some of these other
Yeah.
stuff is just, I don't really care about them. So I'm just gonna click
Cool.
apply. Oh, and then I'm gonna draw where I want to live, real quick. So probably starting down towards Quantico, up here,
Hmm.
and then circle around DC, and then
Oh, you're
Gatorsburg.
drawing a. I've actually never. I didn't know you could draw a line.
Oh yeah, you can draw a line so that maybe you don't want to live in a certain place, then you can mark that out.
That's so funny. I just zoom in. Hmm.
That's funny. I need to redraw that. So starting from Quantico to the Potomac. Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce it. Potomac
Uh,
River.
yes, Doc. Wandering Doc. Is Calby really shopping for a house here? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Maybe he's gonna
is.
help me out because, as you know, he's a real estate agent in Greenville, North Carolina.
South Carolina.
South. Oh my god, I get him confused. Where's that business card, buddy?
Business card? All right, let me show the business card. Let's get the. Oh no! And now I'm gonna have Benji texting me. That's fine. Who wants to buy a house? Let's do it.
Benji,
That's the business
Trump
card for Next
supporter.
Home Realty. Hmm?
Benji, just Benji, whatever.
Trump supporters build their own house with their hands. That's the wrong there, Benji, unfortunately. I expect 6% a while. I don't think you guys fully grasp the current financial crisis we're in right now. It's going to get real ugly. Well, tell us, educate us, Benji. Let us know what we don't know. I'd love to hear how ugly it's going to get. How much higher are we going? Because it looks like the Fed's starting to cut back a bit, even though we're, having some banks fail.
Oh,
Let's see what's going on here.
Doc asked
Mhm.
real quick how to do the drawing. So on the top corner of the map, next to schools, you click on this draw feature, and then you can just draw wherever you're wanting to live. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty nice because then the areas that you don't want to live at, then you don't have to look at them. They
Yeah,
won't
it's
be in
pretty
the
cool. I
list.
do that. Yeah, I do that in the MLS for the realtor app, but yeah, I didn't know it was in Zillow. That's cool. Huh. And then Doc says, "Oh, I thought he was shopping in Greenville. Never mind the DC area. 1.5 million and up."
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you want a house, it's 1.5 million and up. But
Yeah.
also, I think it's two things. You have to be willing to live further away or be living in an apartment, which we're completely fine with.
Hmm.
There's two Greenvilles in both Carolinas. See, this is why I'm confused.
Yes, that's true. There is a Greenville right near the Outer Banks in North Carolina. Good catch, Matt. That's a good catch. That's right. See, I like Matt. Matt always knows what's going on. Like, he
Right.
knows everything.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's zoom in a little bit and let's
Okay.
see.
Should I zoom in
Let's see
by
what we got.
area or should we be looking at this list? How do you want to start this?
I always like to like zoom in and kind of see a little bit of the area.
Okay.
So you kind of like take little house by little house. Now, where's your most wanted area?
Uh, this is where Doc lives, and we really liked living around here. So,
Okay.
of course, there's no options for us in our price range.
Yeah, but it's okay in the future.
All right.
Let's click around to some. Let's see what we got here.
All
I'm
right.
interested.
So the closest ones are going to be these two to Bethesda, Maryland. So it's this one. This one is going for 215, one bedroom, one bathroom.
Hmm. Built in 1962, wall furnace, natural gas. Parking is assigned, and they got central air. Interesting. What do those pictures look like?
Yeah. Let me. Oh crap! What the
What's
heck
up,
is?
David?
Let me fix this up real quick. Okay, there we go. Ooh, David's here.
I'm
All right. So
I'm
what's
with you on that,
some of the
Doc.
what did Doc say?
No, then he's talking about how good real estate is over time and
All
I'm
right.
batting Benji a little bit.
It definitely matters on where you buy it because if you bought a house in Flint, Michigan, you can't even sell that stuff for $1.
True. Very true. In fact, they more likely are gonna get hit with some I can't say that on stream, but a little bit some insurance lightning, I should say. They'll burn some of those Detroit houses down or those Flint friggin' houses down and get the insurance money rather than keep it up. Anyway, let's see. That looks nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Hmm.
Hardwood. It's a little bit older, of course. In this price range, you're not going to get too many good options in DC.
Mm-hmm. Not too
That's a
bad.
little office space and a bedroom, so it's like 1.5 beds almost.
Hmm. Not too
What?
bad.
David's
Hmm.
like, you'll get a 6 bedroom duplex upstate for New York for that price. But I want to live in
Yeah.
DC. It's the location,
Yeah.
buddy.
This is yes. This is how we will die on this hill. It needs to be
Yes.
Maryland, DC, because he loves city life. You know, he wants to feel energized. He likes being around people. So
Right. And
he's
I
not
got
like us.
Eric.
Eric, right? That's right. You always need Eric.
Eric Gao.
Look at that closet.
Yeah.
Jesus, you couldn't like I don't
Walk
know,
in.
push those aside. Like that looks not super. I mean, it looks okay.
These are the
Let me
pictures you
see
get
that.
for this price, buddy. No complaining.
Let me see. No, you could just. It takes 2 seconds. It takes no work. Wait, go back to that bathroom.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
me see. Typically, I'm looking for any issues that people have, but a lot of these are going to be well maintained. Though those look like original cabinets there. Um, 1960s. Not too bad. Hmm.
Yeah.
I like that actually.
Well, of course, if you were to buy this property, it would probably be in your best interest to replace it with stainless steel and better stuff. So you're just investing in your property.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, you don't think so?
It depends. It depends what you're kind of replacing. Some people are like, oh, I'm gonna replace all the, you know, I don't know. I guess for that would be okay because buyers like to. Most of the time, they're buying cosmetic stuff. They don't care about anything else. So
Mm,
if it looks nicer, then that's the most important thing.
right.
Usually, I don't know, stainless steel, you'll get some, but I don't think you get that much on relisting that.
I see.
Believe it or not. Good
That's
for
really
you
crazy.
for the
Yeah.
future.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like every time when someone flips a property, they always put stainless steel appliances.
Yeah, it's just so easy to throw in.
So that's
Hmm,
basically that
that's
apartment.
the area.
And you get to
Any
park.
oh, that still looks scary to me.
This
It's like
area
it's
is
gonna
not bad.
collapse. Mm-hmm.
You're always so scared.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna park my car there and then the whole building's gonna collapse on top of it. Look at that bike trail, nice.
Oh yeah, this trail is the best trail. I walked this, and I don't know, Wandering Docs walked this, but you can walk
Hmm.
this from all the way down and from Bethesda to Georgetown, DC. So it's pretty nice. A lot of
Really?
people do that. Actually, my wife had a coworker, a manager. Her husband would bike it every morning from like 4 a.m. From Bethesda to Virginia, Arlington, and it would take him
Hmm.
like an hour, 2 hours, and he did that every day. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it is the fittest city in America, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
it called that?
apparently.
That's crazy. Yeah, oh, they got a pool there too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I've been to
And
this Whole
Whole
Foods before.
Foods? Oh, really?
Yeah, I was walking in the trail and I'm like, I'm kind of thirsty because it was hot in the summer. I'm like, I'm going to stop into Whole Foods, get a bottle of water.
Hmm. That's pretty cool. So how close is this to DC though? Is like that's the trail or whatever that will cross over?
Yeah, it's, you, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, how close. To the DC line, it's like on the border. Like this one street here is the border. And the house we're looking
Oh,
at,
wow.
well, the apartment we're
Oh,
looking at
yeah.
is 215, so it's like that.
It's right there. Wow, that's cool.
Right.
Huh. I didn't know that. Hmm. I guess one thing I just noticed is if you look, this house, this property is what's called a stock cooperative, so like a co-op. Um,
What's that?
so oh my God, it's in Chevy Chase, Maryland. What?
Yeah.
That's the
What?
city name?
Yeah, why?
Was it named after Chevy Chase?
I don't
Really?
know.
You don't know who Chevy Chase is?
No, I don't know who Chevy Chase is.
Oh my God, you don't know who Are you kidding me?
This guy, American
Chevy
comedian?
Chase, man. I mean, he's in all the movies like National Lampoon, like Christmas Vacation. He's on t the show Community we always watch. It's on Netflix now. How do you
Why
not?
is Chevy Chase, Maryland named after the actor? Chevy Chase, first, I'll debunk the obvious. This Maryland suburb isn't named for the comedian.
Oh,
It's
named after
associated.
Cornelius?
Yeah.
Huh.
Cornelius Chevy Chase. That's funny.
Wow. That's wild. Who would have thought that it wasn't named after Chevy Chase?
Oh
He's
my god.
so yeah, he's huge, man. He's in everything. Or he
So
was in everything.
I don't recognize this area as Chevy Chase when I was living there. I actually recognized it as Friendship Village or Friendship Heights because the
Hmm.
metro stop, which is right here, it's the Friendship Heights metro stop.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
yeah, that's how I refer to things. If it's on the Tentley Town metro stop, whatever that city or part of the area is called, I would still refer to it as Tentley Town since it was the subway ran it. Like
Hmm.
that's the subway
I
stop.
see. Huh. That is so cool. So, wow. And Doc says two playgrounds on the way with pull-up bars, so it's perfect. Oh, he would walk it every day.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That one trail is very valuable right here. I
That's
think
crazy.
I think I can
Oh,
show you. So it starts up here. This little green line. It starts like up here and then goes through the Bethesda, and then goes all the way down to Georgetown.
wow.
And you know Georgetown's the fancy area. a
Is
lot,
it?
yeah, a lot of French people live there.
A lot of French people. Interesting. Do a lot of them wear hats downtown?
I don't think so. Is that a stereotype?
All right. I don't know. I figured French people wear hats.
So you were talking about the
Oh,
stock cooperative. What exact is
oh,
there
right.
anything wrong with that? Like, why is that a problem?
So, with well, in one way, well, with stocks, well, I mean, stock cooperative and the like condos alike. Well, I'll kind of just stick to stock cooperative. So you're pretty much buying into. you never really fully own the property from with this kind of system. You really are putting some money down to be able to live in it. And you actually get like shares. It's almost like buying a stock on the stock market, which is a little odd. So you're putting money down to get shares of the company, and then that grants you the right to live in one of those units. So it's like you never really fully own it, and when you sell those shares back. Um, so in one way, it could be okay if you're like a person that like, because then along with that, you get voting rights, so you can see who's gonna live next to you. You vote on where the all the HO or like the fees, because you'll get a almost pretty much like an HOA, but it's like a fee for the entire company. Um, Whereas I'll usually tell people like for these kind of properties, you really have to like really care about security. You really got to not like care about building money in the property because it's probably gonna stay a pretty similar price for a while unless it's like a really emerging area. Um, and Yeah, so you got to be okay with those things. But then where you really like got to do your due diligence is checking the actual financial stability of the building itself, because this building is in fact a business. So they're going to spend some money that they make from you and put it elsewhere. One thing that could possibly happen, which happened to my good friend pretty recently, he has a condo which works kind of similarly out in Florida. They got hit with what's called a special assessment, which is pretty much maybe they didn't have enough money to cover some damages of something, like maybe a hurricane came through, and now they need everyone in the building to pay their share to fix
Oh,
something. So in that case, I think it was a roof. Yeah. Like I think the roof got destroyed in some storm, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Oh my God, now I have to pay $10,000." They hit him with a 10K bill because you're obligated to do that. It's in your contract. That because they didn't have, I guess they call them the reserves, the amount of money they have on cash to be able to pay for that outright. So they're going to charge everybody for it. So, you know, in one way, it's okay. It could be a little bit easier if it's a huge building and like a million people living in there, because then it's split up like a million ways.
right.
But if you're in a smaller building, like this one's fairly small. I mean, it's pretty big though. The payment might be slightly bigger, so it's something to think about. Like, so that's why I would say for this, I don't really care about how it looks really, you know, curb appeal, fine. But I think the most important thing is what are the financials of this building itself? Are they making some good income? Do they have enough in financial reserves to cover like a roof repair or other repairs? You know, so that's something we could do together too. It's almost like you're buying a stock. Like when you go to buy a stock, okay, is there good cash flow? Is there, yeah, some good net income? Do they have enough cash on their balance sheet to weather a storm? It's literally the same thing.
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, we'll definitely have to check out the balance sheet or whatever term you use to call it.
Yeah, for sure.
Real
Yeah, you
quick
could
before we
definitely do
go
it.
into anything else, Matt did leave a comment in the chat. He asked if the Nova side of the district is just as bad as the Maryland side. And as you don't, for some of you that don't know, I know Anthony probably doesn't know. Nova is referring to Northern Virginia, so Arlington,
Oh,
basically the Arlington side. And I'm going to be completely honest, I did do a little bit of research before going on to this live stream, and the Nova side or the North Virginia side is actually a lot worse just because I think there are less apartments, less condos. And on the Nova side, they mostly have houses, and houses tend to be more expensive anyway.
hmm, interesting. So they're more expensive on the Nova side, you're saying?
Right. Right. But, you'll get an actual house.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we
Hmm,
can take a look about in it. We can take a look if you want to right now.
sure. Yeah. But I would say for you personally, like my advice is probably you're looking to make some money from your property, so probably stay away from a stock cooperative.
Mm.
Probably wouldn't want to deal with that. Condo would be fine because you're actually buying the property itself. Um, Probably stay away from the co-ops though.
Okay, yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah.
So what? So this is basically Nova, so Northern Virginia.
Hmm.
Like, of course, I filtered out the more expensive properties, but you can buy this basically almost
Hmm.
apartment for 260. So it's still pretty bad, and in my
Yeah.
opinion, it's worse than the Maryland side.
Hmm. Worse as in,
Price. Worse than as in price.
oh, I see. And plus, you're just not near the city, right?
It's about the same. So how DC is basically a tri-state area. You count DC as a state. So you see on this on basically on the left side is Virginia. Everything above is Maryland. So
Hmm. Interesting.
uh, Dark Doctor Dark had a question for you though.
Hmm. Oh, Dr. Doc. How's it going, Doctor? I have a question. What are the benefits of getting a condo? Just a quick question. So I would say for a condo, you know, well, in one way you want to be somebody, you're like somebody like Calvi who wants to be around some people. That's some people don't want to be, some people don't like condos because they want their space and they want their land and they want to be away from people. But so that's one plus. If you want to be around people, okay. If you find a nice condo, you might be able to make some nice friends too. There are some things that you may or may not have to pay for. So like sometimes condos will share utilities. Sometimes it'll be built into your condo fees. It just depends. But if you're a person that uses like in some cases you know, a lot of money on electricity, maybe you're always working from home, that might be something where it works out because maybe you're paying less because you're sharing all the utilities with people in some cases. Um, Also like security systems, typically condos sometimes will have like security in the front desk and uh, you won't have to pay maybe for security systems monthly, so you can kind of work that into your plan. Sometimes they have amenities like pools and gyms and all that stuff, almost like communities too, just like regular communities you live in with houses, but amenities, stuff like that. And you don't want to deal with like I was from New York, so people who lived in condos were living large every winter because they dealt with all the snow and all the upkeep around there. So you want to live a low maintenance lifestyle. You want to be around people and just deal with as little as possible, I would say. Um, is probably some of the most beneficial things for getting a condo.
Right.
And you still can benefit from the appreciation, if you're a good area. So less worries and you could still make some money on your property.
I pulled up the $260,000 condo back up again. So the HOA fees on this one is $763 a month. So that's quite a bit, like you were saying. However, when you go into the facts and features, like you were saying, it does come with extra stuff. Where does it say? Yeah,
And just
amenities
to
included. This.
oh, actually, it says here 291 monthly for the fees. So that's going to be they have a condo fee for this one. So they're probably sharing utilities then. Um, so this way you're not going to have to pay directly for your electricity and stuff, and water it might all just be built into that $300 a month.
It's definitely something to keep in mind, though, if you're gonna be getting a mortgage really close to what you can afford.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. So then you're saving that little bit. What does it say? Amenities include clubhouse, common grounds. See, they have a gym.
Right.
Hmm.
Volleyball, parking.
You play volleyball?
No, man, my forearms
No,
suck. My
your
forearms hurt.
forearms?
Yeah, those hurt.
What?
I
These
cannot play
right here?
volleyball.
Hey man, we should do some arm wrestling. I've been training. I've been training.
For volleyball?
No, for arm wrestling. Volleyball, I'm okay. I've done it in the past.
Hmm.
What do the services include?
Common area maintenance, maintenance structure, maintenance grounds, pools, snow removal, trash. So they just basically keep up the area.
Yeah. So that's all stuff. You can build that into you buying that house. Be like, all right, I don't need a snowblower. I don't need
Right.
a leaf collector. You don't have to maintain anything. Hmm. Which
Mac.
I don't know. What
The
will be
well, you do see burbs on the other side. It's fun.
what is it? I don't get it. The
I
burbs,
don't
the
get it.
birds.
I guess like they're
Why?
talking about Northern Virginia and Maryland.
All the suburbs, DC suburbs. On the other side is fun. Um, that's interesting.
I need to take you to
So
DC,
if
man.
yeah, you really do. Well, if you move there, then I could just drive there
Right.
5 hours and I'll be there.
Get you a mattress set up.
Okay, what?
Get you a mattress set up.
A mattress set up to live together?
What? No, to
A
visit,
mattress?
man. To visit.
Oh, you're gonna give me a mattress? That's really charitable.
I
I
guess you can
usually
sleep on the floor.
when I visit people, usually I'm on the floor.
Really?
You know, no. Well, first I don't freaking visit anybody, but usually they put me in the bathtub with one pillow.
I
That'd
don't know
actually
if
be
you're being
comfortable. I've
serious or
fallen
not.
asleep. Yeah, I've fallen asleep in a few bathtubs before in the
What the fuck?
past. Yeah.
Like
I
sober?
also have sleep apnea. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, man. When I was growing up, I used to take a bath every morning before school, and I would fill it, and I would end it when it hit the top. But sometimes I would fall asleep, and I would wake up, and it's like right at the top, and I'd be like, "Oh my God!"
Oh
I'd
my
be
god.
scared.
Off topic real quick. Dr. Doc is making you work today because he they
Oh
asked
my God.
what are the cons of having a condo now?
Well, I would say, well, you kind of reverse a lot of those things. Well, now you're not. Now you're going to be around a lot of people. So if you don't like your neighbors, well, now they're literally like connected to you. If people are loud, they're going to be connected to you. You're going to hear all that stuff. Maybe people hang out downstairs and you feel unsafe when you come back home. Like, that happens until you get comfortable with it, I guess. You know, you're not going to have as much house appreciation as you would with maybe a single family house, because typically houses are just more desirable than condos on average. So you'll kind of lose on that appreciation. So I would say those are probably, the main things. Um, at least for me, I would say the main things.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What'd you say? I think you cut out.
Yeah, I was just thinking if there's other things I'm just not thinking of top of
Literally
my
like
head.
I know my mom
Hmm.
doesn't want condos because she thinks it's harder to sell. So, but I think in
It'll
this
be,
area it's fine.
yeah, it depends. Like your area or that area is like so everybody wants to live in a condo, so it's like you'll find a buyer, you know, I think. Hmm. So it's too bad. Can we turn off stock cooperative in the filters? I actually don't know. So
So
we can
home
not
types
have
I can
those.
turn off condos and co-ops, but will that turn off stock cooperative? I mean, will
Yeah.
that turn off everything?
Yeah, it will. All right, so never mind. We'll just look. See what else. What else is near that area you like?
So I was actually looking in the Rockville area just because it's further out, and I assume it's going to be cheaper.
Hmm.
Rockville is still pretty expensive when I was first looking, but I was really looking at Gatorsburg. I think it's pronounced Gatorsburg because they have some cheaper properties, cheaper condos out there,
Hmm.
and it's a lot of the stuff that you own.
What's this first one here? Did we look at this one already? The
Uh,
135?
that's the one that's gutted.
Oh, that's the good one, right? I like the look of that one. All right, let's see.
Real quick, let me answer Dr. Dark real quick.
Hmm.
Dr.
Yeah.
Dark asked if they watched my travel wallet video. Why explain why the Apple Card's in there? I just have it in there for safety reasons because there's no card numbers on it, and there's no travel. No, what is it? Foreign transaction fees for that card. So I just don't want to be traveling internationally and then deal with the headache of a fraud charge and get a new card mailed to me.
Hmm.
That's what I was thinking
Interesting.
when it was in my wallet.
That's a good point. I like that. But somebody can swipe that card and just pay for things, right? If they steal it?
Oh yeah, they steal it, but I mean you can lock the card. I'm talking about if someone
Yeah.
steals your like card numbers. You can
Yeah.
for the Apple Card you can just press a button and change the card numbers.
Hmm. Interesting. And the 0% foreign transaction. That's good. Yeah. Hmm.
And then Wandering Doc had something to say about the area that we're looking at real quick. You know, Gatorsburg and Germantown is where a lot of med students and residents live with bigger families. You get more house for the money. Yeah, that's what I've been
Hmm.
seeing. All right,
Interesting. Yeah, see, that's good to know.
right.
Especially if you're someone like Doc who's looking to like buy a lot of houses for investments. I mean, he might even look into buying a house near that area, knowing that he's going to rent it out to, somebody at the hospital.
Doc should just let me live in his house. He has the money. He
Yeah,
has the
well,
money.
Doc's selling some houses right now. Maybe he can sell one to you. You
Half
know,
price for a friends discount.
the friends 50% off discount. That's funny.
so this
What do
is
we got here?
so this is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, so it's not the 1 bedrooms that we've been looking at. So 214. So it's still pretty up
Okay.
there, but you do get an extra bedroom.
Hmm,
So this is what the
that's
inside looks
nice.
like. Yeah.
And that looks like it's coming soon, March 30th. And so they're gonna start renting that out soon, or someone to buy it soon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Right?
Oh, you know what? You wait a second. You sent me this one. Oh no, I found this one the other day. I
All
saw
the
this one because
squishamals?
yes, I saw this controller. That's right. I saw this one the other day. I like this one.
Oh yeah, it's pretty nice. The only thing about this one, it is on the ground floor, so you're gonna have to deal with more flooding.
Hmm.
You're gonna have to deal with upstairs neighbors,
Hmm.
but it's definitely not bad.
Yeah.
What kind of information do you need? So condominium built in 1973, forced air, natural gas. This is what the outside looks like.
Yeah. So I would probably just go through, like, I guess one thing to ask is how long are you looking to stay in one of this house?
So if it's gonna be like a 1 bedroom, maybe like 1 or 2 years. So it's gonna be probably a flip property. For a
Oh,
two
wow.
bedroom though, I was talking with my wife, and she said that she would be good to stay if it's a 2 bedroom, good to stay for maybe like 5 or even 7, 10 years.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah,
That's the
just
average.
be
Most people stay 3 to 7 years.
right. It's just
Hmm.
if we wanted to start a family, a 2 bedroom I think would be easier than a 1 bedroom. But a 1 bedroom would get
It's
our
true.
investments off the ground. You know what I mean?
To just get in the house a little faster
Right. Get in the house a little bit
or a little
faster,
easier.
and then maybe use the home equity to buy a nicer place later on.
True. Yeah. Like, it's definitely something to think about. Like, do you want to buy a little bit more expensive house but stay in it longer? Or maybe build some, because either way you'll build some equity. So it might be smarter to go with the higher price house if it works financially.
That
But
makes sense.
I know you guys are a little flighty. You guys like to move around a little much, so it depends
Yeah.
on your temperament.
Yeah. Definitely, if we can get something secured in the DC area, I don't think we would mind staying there for a longer period of time.
Okay. Hmm. So in that, I don't even know who this guy is waving at me. Um, he's taking pictures of the dumpster over there. He must be a contractor or something. Yeah. So if you don't mind, I don't know. It depends if like the house is really right, but I don't know. You might be better off getting a two bed, because then think about it. When reselling, you'll have a bigger pool to hit.
Right.
Like if you have a just a small family, you're losing that demographic on the 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
Right.
Um, Whereas on the 2 bedroom, 2 bath, you still have that single person that would buy it, and you still have the family. So bigger pool there of,
Right.
of buyers.
Doc just asked
Hmm.
if I have kids or planning to have kids. So I don't have any kids right now. Uh, my wife wants to try within like 1 to 2 years, maybe. So
He
it's for
says,
the future.
try.
Well, I don't know. It depends on the situation. Of course, if we're going to war, I'm not going to have kids. That's ridiculous.
It, it depends if I can perform.
Okay, Anthony.
Okay. I'm kidding. There's a lot of variables, Doc. All right, let's think. No, you're right, though. You're right. Yeah. If there's a war, then you don't want no nuclear babies. So if I, it's true.
My baby will survive.
Yes. 600 monthly for the condo fee.
Yeah, but it does include all the utilities that I read.
It does, yeah.
Actually, let's see
See,
where.
there we go.
That's something to think about because right now I'm paying electric. My electric bill is $200. I don't know why it is, but whatever. And then my water bill is like $50. The sewer bill is like $30, and then
Hmm.
trash fees are like $20 or something. So altogether, it's about $300 already.
What about, do you guys pay a gas bill over there?
No, no gas bill. So it's all electric heat.
It's all extra. So you're paying about 300. So that's a good way to think about it. Like you're paying 300 a month. And plus you're in an area where electricity is pretty cheap, I would say. So you have to
Right.
factor in more expensive electricity in that area. So you might, I don't know how much that would be. Maybe instead of 300, it's 350, 400. I don't know.
How much? How much was it?
600.
600. Yeah, so 600. So you would technically being, so technically in my situation, I would be only paying a $300 condo fee, which isn't terrible.
Yeah. Do you know how much more expensive electricity is in this area versus Kentucky?
Uh, when I was paying the electric bill in DC, it was actually about the same. I honestly
Oh,
don't know why electricity is so expensive out in Kentucky.
oh, interesting. Hmm. Maybe just less of a grid over there. Hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that's a good way to think about it. Is like, okay, now and you have no limits. So if you just want to, leave your computer running all day long, TV on all day long, you know,
Live stream
you'll hurt the
24/7.
environment. But yes, live stream 24 every day is 24/7 live stream. Then you're still just paying that $300, never changes. So that's a good thing to think about.
Right.
Hmm.
Is there? What do you think? Is there something I should be looking in the facts and features that would catch your eye that I wouldn't see, like the normal person?
Like a normal prayer.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
can
you're a
scroll down
real
a little
estate
bit.
agent, man.
Yeah,
You got the business
yeah.
card.
That's right. I have a. Do I have to flash it again? I
That's
gotta
up to you.
have have it on screen again. There we go, Anthony. There it is. Put it right on there. Boom, boom, boom.
Greenville
There we go.
Realtor.
Greenville Realtor, South Carolina. Come on now. Hmm. I don't know. Let's see if we go down a little bit.
Yep.
Um, doesn't look like it's a flood zone or anything, unless they just didn't put it in there. Construction materials, brick, so it's a pretty stable house even in inclement weather. So that's always something you're paying for the bricks. Um, Public sewer, cool. Obviously not a septic. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. What else? Also, I guess one thing to be thinking about, I mean, you know the area, so like if there's schools nearby, that helps in the if it's a good school, if that'll help in reselling or for your own kids going forward, unless we do what we said in homeschool. Um,
Yeah. So for this area, actually, you don't have that much information about it because I never actually went out this far. This is quite farther. Basically, I only hung around the metro areas, so I don't know this
hmm,
area too much. So that
I
sort
see.
of is
Um,
questionable. So
so another thing I would do then is if you go down, I
yeah.
actually don't know how this looks on the well, if you just go down to the price, like there's a mortgage calculator all at the bottom somewhere.
Oh, okay. Home value.
Price
No price. There
tax,
you go.
right there. So if you click that right there, the principal and interest, this is going to assume 20% down.
Right.
So like we said, maybe we can get, let's just say we put you in an FHA, we get you in the property real quick. So make that 3.5%.
3.5. There we go.
Yeah.
Seven
And then
thousand
let's
five hundred
assume,
twenty-two.
yeah. So that'll be your down payment. And then let's assume your interest rate, let's bump that up a little bit to, let's make it 6%.
All right, 6%.
And then if you go down a little bit, see mortgage insurance, that's your PMI right there. So that's your 169 right there. Um, Property taxes, pretty good. Um, Home insurance, HOA fee, yeah. So then throw in that
615.
600,
Yeah.
yeah. And then utilities, nothing. you don't have to worry about that because $0 anyway.
Ooh,
And what's the total? Oh, the tax rate's almost 1%. Oh, pretty good, pretty high. So yeah, so now, okay, so it looks like, yeah, for that, around about your monthly cost will be about, yeah, about 2,200. Um, However, like we said, the way to think about it is if you're paying 300 a month for utilities where you're at right now, this is really like paying like a 1,900, dollar mortgage payment.
that's true.
So that's one way to think about it. Unless, like, say we were able to get you that really good loan, if they're still offering at that time, then see if you get rid of that mortgage insurance. Make that $0.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we're down to 2,100. Maybe you get a little better rate in the future, fine. So yeah, that'll be like 2,100 or like 1,800 a month for this property, as I have people staring at me with pink beanies on.
So definitely not
Um,
bad. I mean, in
yeah,
the
so is
area, I was paying for one bedroom, one bathroom, 1,700.
1,700, really? Okay. And did they take the utilities?
Uh, the utilities was all billed together, so you didn't have your own separate meter bill. But utilities for everything costed, yeah, it was costed me about $200 or $300 depending on the month.
Okay, so you were actually paying probably about the same price this one is,
Right.
um, every single month. Excluding that mortgage insurance. So that's not bad. So that's a way where you could take all that money and just throw it into a house. And then maybe this property gains maybe 1% a year if we're lucky. And I know Doc says we're gonna have some crash in the market. I probably think so too. Even if it stays the same, fine. Because you're still, you're not just putting $2,000 every single month into the property. You're also putting maybe 1,700 of that or 1,800 of that is going towards tax, interest, but 200 of that's going back in your pocket in home equity. So, you know, is it really 2,100 or is it actually 1,900 now? Because it's going into principal, it's coming back to you in equity.
Right.
Hmm.
Now, real quick, Wandering Doc's talking about something. Max
Yeah.
rewards. Hey, Doc, you should look into kudos. Use my referral code. It's basically the
Hey.
same as max rewards, but you can earn extra points on your purchases like Rakuten.
Hmm. Really?
Yeah. But apparently, according to Doc, Chase is still not working with max rewards. It's been 5 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. And you don't use max rewards at all.
No, Kudo. I really like how Kudos functions. It's almost the same as Max Rewards, maybe a little bit less features, but as of right now, you can earn extra. What is it? Extra rewards like Rakuten on top of your purchases
Hmm.
automatically. So why not?
Hmm. That's pretty cool.
What?
So use Calby's referral link,
We.
and if you have it, you should throw it in the chat.
Uh, I can probably.
If
I'll
not,
get it
all
here in a
right.
second.
All right.
What is Matt saying?
Diamond
Oh,
must hate
about.
providing more value.
I don't know what
Oh,
that means.
I think Jamie Dimon.
Okay.
That's the Mr. JP Morgan himself. Um, must hate providing more value. Oh, I missed your chat earlier, Matt. You said jack of all trades, master of none. You just know a little bit about a lot of things. I appreciate that. I like that. So I like this property. I think we should star this one.
All right.
I think or heart it, whatever.
Click on that save.
Now, oh no, you don't have a
Oh
friggin' account.
well, I'll do it later on.
Yeah. So one thing I would do too is wherever that property was, zoom in on it a little bit.
So I did a little bit of research. I don't think this is actually where it's at for some reason.
Oh,
I
really?
think it showed it was like up here when I typed in the address in Google Maps.
Oh, it's all the way up there. Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know
That's
why
odd.
Zillow has it like somewhere else.
And so if it is up there, then what is around there?
What do you
Because we
mean?
can't.
Like other properties? Like what are you looking
Well,
for?
just I'm looking for like, is there Whole Foods nearby? Is there a mall? Is there something that would bring people to this condo in the future?
So Whole Foods
Right.
in the mall, I actually researched this area a little bit. It's on this side.
Hmm.
So the Whole
Hmm.
Foods is in this lot right here. And there's a mall
Okay.
not too far away.
Okay. So very close. Maybe a 5-minute drive.
Yeah. So it's on the left side. We can look at this property. So this one's the
That's
180. Oh, it's not on the market, or they have crappy
unreal.
pictures.
They just have a satellite and that's it.
Yeah.
But oh, it's just on the market 17 hours ago. Hmm.
I think you actually showed me one of these properties uh, when we were talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You said it was like there's an elementary school over here and everything.
Hmm.
There's like some
Hmm.
shop in here, like an Aldi.
Yeah.
One thing that's nice, even though it's not on the metro line, it is next to the MARC line, which is Maryland's transit system into DC and into everywhere else Maryland. And it's not too far away. It's like from this condo specifically, it's about a mile.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
not bad location.
Okay, so we got one possible one,
Yeah.
and that's one that we would have to go together and go walk it, see what it feels like,
Yeah.
and then you can make a decision. Um, for your guys is well, I guess another thing that you can possibly take advantage of, it happens a lot in South Carolina. I don't know about Maryland if they have funding for it, but one thing that's good to check is to see if you guys are available or eligible for like down payment assistance. Some of these systems, if you make under a certain amount of money, they'll give you literally up to like some of them are up to like $10,000. So that down payment, that's 7,500 could be zero, and they'll give you the money for that. Usually, the catch is you have to stay in the property for like 5 years, or it depends on whatever system you have there. But it's something to keep in the back of your mind.
Huh. I didn't
Um,
know about this.
oh yeah, oh yeah. A lot of down payments. Usually your lender can help you out with that, honestly. Like you'll talk to them, get pre-approved, be like, hey, am I eligible for any down payment assistance? And then they can kind of like help you with that whole process. But yeah, I've had some people literally like pay nothing. It's just because they got to live there for a certain amount of time and they got that money back. They got their money as for free pretty much from the city.
Oh, that's awesome. It
Hmm.
definitely helps out with the down payment because I think that's the biggest thing that prevents people from buying versus renting is the
Yeah,
down
for
payment.
sure. Hmm. Yeah. That's why Doc being in the military, he's got that VA loan. He could
Yeah,
take he has taken advantage of, I'm sure. 0% down, you know.
that's awesome.
Hmm.
Which also, they deserve it.
Yeah, for sure. Hmm. Let's see what else. Let's see.
Do you think
I
I
wonder if
should
you could
look?
see any.
Oh, sorry.
Hmm. I just wonder if you could see any houses at all. I know
Houses.
you're into just because I'm curious, not because I know you want that condo, but
We can take a look at
I
it.
just wonder.
So on the Maryland side, I didn't see. I don't even know where I am right now. But on the Maryland side, there's not that many house options. But towards the Virginia side, like towards Manassas, so Manassas is really interesting. I don't know if you know, but a lot of presidential candidates, or yeah, just presidents, will go to Manassas because it's like seen as the middle class area of the DC
Hmm.
area. So here's this one. It's not bad. 150 for a two bedroom, two bed. One bathroom.
Oh wow, this looks like a lot of this looks like a house I'd see in South Carolina, 1960s. That's a good one right there. Look at that add-on. Um,
Very old.
oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at the four pane door right there. It's probably original hardwood.
Hey, if they don't
Uh,
have carpet in the
uh,
bathroom, I think that's a win right there.
yeah. All right. That's funny. Oh wow. Look at that. That old
Wallpaper.
charm.
Yeah.
So would you be opposed to something like this?
No, but I don't think it's necessarily in the best area. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think it will grow too much. Let's
Yeah.
see. So
Yeah.
how I'd find it is taxes and fees, right? Oh, home value here. Z estimate.
Yeah. You can get a rough estimate. Oh my God. Wait, is it only good? What the hell?
Yeah, I don't
Wait.
think this is something that I want to invest in, Anthony.
I'm just looking at. I wonder. That looks like a. That's weird. What was that dip? What was that first dip? Well, in like 2020.
Yeah.
Um, well, that's three. I mean, that's now because it just got listed. What about the one right before?
What?
What year is that?
Like this?
2020. Yeah. Why?
Let's see
Man, what
what the
happened to it?
history is. There's no history on it.
Oh, weird.
I think it's never listed for sale. I could see this being a one-time owner type of thing.
I mean,
Oh
it's
my god,
possible.
property taxes $44? That's
Oh
all I
God,
have to
yeah,
pay?
no. No, you'll have to pay more than that. They're
Oh, what the heck?
they must have got it as like a homestead or something. They must have done something that allowed them to pay so little. Like homestead will reduce your thing, but even that's still low. That's a little odd. Huh.
According to value or whatever they do evaluations or something, the tax
Mm.
people said this home is worth about 300,000, but they're listing it for
Yeah.
sale for 150. Like what?
Yeah. Did the agent write anything in the
Where would I find that?
details?
Here?
Just right there. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's
auction.
an auction. There we go. Boom. There we go. That's why. Didn't read that.
So they're
Oh, the
probably
estate.
can.
Yeah.
So
See
they're
that? The
probably
estate.
yeah. Sorry,
Hmm.
what were you saying?
Oh, no, I was saying the estate of Arlena, so rest in peace. So probably homesteaded. That's why the taxes are so low.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Look at that. Dining room conveys. All appliances convey, so that's all the appliances in the house will go with the property.
Hmm. Where do you see that term? What is?
All appliances convey right above
Oh, right here.
here. Yeah, yeah.
Huh. I
Yeah,
didn't
it
know
just
what that
means it'll
term
come.
means.
Mm-hmm. Learned that in real estate school.
Hmm.
Asphalt driveway recently replaced within 5 years. Cool. 10-year-old roof. Gas furnace and the AC is 5 years old. Okay, so you got some more time on the furnace and the AC. Not bad. That could last another 5, 10 years maybe. The roof, another 10 years, so not too bad. The wonderful investment property. Yeah, it's not too bad. Nice little place.
You know, like how all the DC properties they always put investment property because Doc's buying them all
Yeah.
out, not
Yeah,
leaving
Doc's
any
gonna
for
buy them
us.
all. Right.
I need to live, Doc.
It's very true. I have some buyers that are pissed at all investors. They're like, we can't, these cash buyers, we can't compete, you know?
Yeah.
So it's, but in some ways, the way to compete is to pay a little bit more, because like for the most part, the seller cares up to the where the agent cares. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe this house selling for 150, maybe a cash buyer comes at 150, maybe you come in at 175, but you have a loan on it. So difference in monthly payment is not drastic, a couple $100 maybe, $100. But in their eyes, they're making 25K more. So you kind of beat out the cash buyer even though you're not cash.
Right. But isn't BlackRock one of those investment companies? Wouldn't they have a buttload of money to spend on buying something like this?
I mean, yeah. I mean, but we've seen this with Zillow. I mean, they've bought Zillow literally the site we're on bought so many houses that were over market value because they figured real estate's just going up, and now they're all underwater on a lot of those deals. They had to sell a lot of them recently.
Yeah. Zillow screwed up.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice little thing. But yeah, that'll be for somebody, I guess. This is a condo. Oh,
Yeah, I think
ooh,
that's the only homes that you'll be able to find. This one's a townhouse if you want to talk about that.
okay. Yeah, townhouse will pretty much work the same way as a regular, detached house with loans and you know all that stuff. So not gonna have all the other amenities and whatnot like a condo would, but still you're attached to somebody, but it's a little more privacy. Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's a
almost
nice looking
basically like
place.
a house just connected. Yeah,
Yeah,
I lived in
you'll
a
gain.
condo before or a townhouse before. I didn't really
Oh
much
yeah.
care for it.
Hmm. Why do you say that?
I just felt like because of the staircases, like you lost a lot of room when you're living in it.
Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you're like maybe sometimes above someone or you're cutting into their house a little bit.
Hmm.
Hmm. Interesting. So we know that townhouses are out.
Yeah.
Just maybe get rid of that filter then.
Oh, can you?
I
Town
think so. Yeah.
townhomes. Yeah. Apply. There you go. You can
What
buy
the hell is that?
200K, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom.
That's where the troll lives.
Oh
Look at
my
that
god.
thing.
Hey, look at the inside though.
They probably just
Look
yeah,
at that.
they
That's
that looks
nice.
like a new construction build right there. That looks Look at that roof.
Yeah.
They it's literally like a gnome house. Oh my God. That's actually like I like that a little bit.
Dude, this would be a
The-
good Airbnb property.
oh yeah. That would be really good for Airbnb.
Yeah. Get Doc over here, invest in this.
Yo,
Let me
Doc.
live in it half time. Let me live in it half the time though.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, that looks nice. See,
Look
everyone's
at that.
doing. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Yeah, this is literally like construction build people came in, investors came in. They just, although why leave the carpet? Well, yeah, the new construction people will do that. They probably came through. So let's fix this thing up. Hmm.
I wonder what it costed before. Home value. So home value. What is
Was
this
this
like a
just
new
built?
build?
It might be a new. It looked. I mean, everything
It's
inside is a new build,
no,
but
it's
the outside
built.
looks older.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
1947. So
Yeah,
why is
that's
there
definitely old.
no home value price?
Yeah. Yeah. That's well. They might. I would probably be able to see it on the system, but
Hmm,
Zillow just doesn't have all the info. Like
I see.
you'd be able to find it if you look up like the tax map suite, and that's a little annoying to go into.
Yeah.
Like the county taxes, you'll be able to find it.
In 2017, it was sold for 61,000.
I believe it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I believe it. 1,100 square feet though. It's actually bigger than I thought it was.
Mhm.
Huh.
I
It's
think
not
it's
too
because
bad.
like the front is looks really small, but when you look at it on the side,
Yeah, that's nice. And it's got a good slopage, so you know the water's not gonna stay pooling up. It's just gonna keep running off
right?
down more and more. Hmm.
So those are some houses. I don't know if there's any more out here. Oh, maybe
That's
you can
okay.
find something in Quantico.
Oh no.
Why?
I don't know. Is that an okay area? 1910. A lot there. Jeez.
Quantico basically is just FBI and militaries over there. Honestly, there's
Oh,
nothing to do there.
wow. So maybe let's find like two more condos or something that might work for you. Oh wow.
So this one's also in Virginia. I don't know. Virginia ones are pretty expensive for what they are. I think for what me and my wife are looking for is in Gaithersburg. It's just I for what it is, I just think it's more I don't know,
Hmm.
more value, I guess.
Yeah.
I like what was that one property? It's 210, yeah. Right here.
Oh.
So it's like green door. It looks like pretty new. Like it looks like new hardwood, new everything, and it has
Mm-hmm.
a little skylight right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And you know that one
Ha
house we were looking at, the square footage, it's a
yeah.
this apartment or whatever you would call it, it's a little bit bigger by 10 square feet.
Hmm. And they just had a price cut a few days ago, 6K.
Would you be turned away by price cuts?
Nah.
Hmm.
Everyone's price cutting right now because of interest rates. It's like, typically like every every 1% hike in interest rates gives you 10% less purchasing power.
Hmm.
So 200K was your limit. Now it's like 180, something like that. So
That's crazy.
they're gonna drop in relation to.
Hey, I gotta show you this real quick. Do you see that door right there?
Um,
It's
I can't
like
see your mouse.
here's the
Oh yeah.
biggest. Here's the bigger picture of the door. You see that door?
Oh, what the hell? Are you talking about? Oh, what? Yeah, there's no. Well, there's no door there. But I was
Right.
laughing. If you look at that other picture,
Which picture are you
um,
referring to? On the one on the left?
the bottom right,
But
there's a
this
no, one higher than that.
there.
Yeah. If you click on this one, there's a door. Why? What? How are you gonna get in that door right there?
You
But
don't.
to the left. I think it's because they didn't push it back in the thing. But I was like, what is that going on there?
I
That's so
never
funny.
noticed that. That's funny. Yeah.
Doc says Anthony has Sigma grind set every day.
What's
I
that?
still don't know what Sigma grind set means. He commented on one of my shorts. He says Anthony or this is Sigma grind set. I still don't know what Sigma grind set means.
You gotta research it.
You know what a Sigma is?
Uh, I've heard of
Sigma
it.
male. He's saying I'm not an alpha male or a beta male, but he's saying I'm a Sigma male. Not stigma.
Oh god.
Sigma grind. Okay, here we go. Merges existing extremist thinking with posts about grind culture, motivation, internet nihilism. Oh my God, I am. I am actually. I am a Sigma grind set. I'm a total nihilist, but optimistic nihilist. I love the workout stuff.
So you're a hustler.
I haven't talked about the grind at all. Maybe I should.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's so funny.
Anthony, you're supposed to be
That's
helping me buy a house.
sorry.
What is this?
I'm just excited. All right, so this one, I like this too. So you were asking like price cuts, and one thing to note too is, depending on the environment and how much traffic is actually going through a given area. I mean, if you see a 6K price cut, I mean that's already the writing on the wall that they might take less.
Hmm.
So it's not really you're not really paying 210, you know. At least if you're like if I'm advising you, I'm putting in a 190, a 195 so that'll help your monthly payment. And since a lot of these condos are all the same, a lot of them look pretty much the same. It would take nothing to just write like 10 different offers, here's 190, 190, 190. Eventually someone will take it, so you can get
Right.
that 20K discount right there, save you some monthly fees.
So what made you go with 20K? Why not more?
Well, even that might be a lot, it depends on like if it's a house that has some issues, you can go a lot under. Like I've gone 30% under on some houses, but these condos they're not going to sell for a lot more and they're not going
Hmm.
to drop for a lot more either. They're a little more constant and stable. So you don't get those good market fluctuations on them.
I
But
see.
so I would at least try for a 200. Like I don't see why you couldn't get 10K off that easily, like 195, 200.
According
Mm-hmm.
to the Zillow price history, it's first sold in August 2nd, 2022 for
Wow.
130K, and now they're listing it for sale for that.
So that's one thing that you can actually work into your little bit of the hustle of being a real estate agent or just helping out your buyers. And for you, Calby, is you could see that, right? You're like, okay, same owners, just not even a year later, and they have built about $100,000 in equity. So they pretty much like 100% equity. Like they own this in cash. So that helps too. Like if they had still, 80% debt on the property, they're less likely to take an under market value deal. But they know they're walking into 100K cash that they didn't have just a year ago. You could still offer like 180, 190, and they're still walking in on like, an extra, 60, 70, $80,000 in cash. So it's a good selling point when they own it in cash.
That's
It's
interesting because, like, when I first looked at this, I was like, "Oh God, am I?" I was a little bit turned off about it because it's like a hundred
mhm.
k difference. Why is this? Is this like overinflated? You know what I mean? Is it actually
Yeah.
worth 200K?
Well, and then you could do some comparisons like what are the other condos in the area looking at? What's the overall market doing in that area? And that I would have to do more research in Maryland. Um, but it wouldn't turn me away because so many properties have doubled and tripled in the last couple of years. So, it's not uncommon for it to spike up this much.
I see.
Yeah, and then stay there. It's not like it's gonna, drop right away. It probably over time will drop a little bit more, like Doc believes. Um, but still, if you're looking to live in it for 5 years, 3 to 5 years anyway, it's really not a big deal.
I don't know if you know about this feature, but when you zoom in to the house you're looking for in Zillow, it'll show you all the estimates for the other properties around in the area.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This is how I initially found a house I was trying to buy when I was 21.
Hmm.
Um, I did that exact thing. I zoomed in and I realized the price discrepancy. The house I was trying to buy was 285, and the guy next door was 400. I was like,
Whoa.
huh? I was like, this is a hell of a wedge deal if I've ever seen it. Someone passed away and all that stuff. And in fact,
Hmm.
someone did end up buying it afterwards, and I think they're now selling it for 440. So they
Oh wow.
made, yeah, like 150K on it. It could have been me.
Yeah, you should have taken it.
Yeah, yeah. Won the right time, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so you found maybe a couple places that you like.
Yeah. To learn
Let's
some
see.
interesting things.
Yes, I would say for you, if they don't have those special loans, which I feel like you can get them, then maybe you're gonna go FHA, 3.5% down. Maybe you can get some down payment assistance. That'd be cool. Depends on your income. Um, and then yeah, I would probably advise, like a two-bedroom, two bath. So this way you can grow into it and you'll have a bigger pool to sell in, even though it might be a little higher up front. But it depends on how much you're willing to spend every month. Like if it's like the same exact price as you were renting for, then you might as well just go for that. But
Right.
you know, yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
not too bad. Mhm.
Anthony. Hello.
Hmm?
No,
Oh
nothing. I'm
yeah,
just checking you're there. You're
I'm
just
just looking
quiet.
at the houses down there.
Yeah, Anthony's planning on buying too. Maybe you have to do a live stream. I help
Oh my God.
myself find a house.
I help myself. I will do that. I will record all that when I go through the process.
That would be awesome.
In fact, we go up to DC, we'll do it live, and it's not live, but probably just record going through these properties,
Yeah,
pointing out
that would be awesome.
pointing out all the good things. Hmm. Did you want to see any others?
That's up to you. We can either end it here, or if you see anything that catches your eye. That's basic.
Hey.
I sent you
Hmm.
actually privately a couple properties, and honestly, most of them sold already. So I
Yeah,
don't know. It's
these
fast.
these
It's a
ones.
fast market.
Yeah, these ones we're looking at. You're not actually getting, but it's good to know what you like. That's the main thing.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's why I ask your timing, because if you're looking for any time in the next 3 months, then your best bet is just get pre-approved now. I guess for those of you who don't, I should have said this at the beginning, but the process for going through all this is, you know, make sure that if you're going to be qualifying your income, you need to have 2 years of pay stubs. So,
Two
and it has to be the
years?
same job. Yeah.
Same job? What?
Yeah. For the
That's
most part, yeah, you need 2 years of the same job.
what? That's ridiculous. So how is anybody under the age of 30 supposed to find a mortgage?
I mean, if you just like, if I don't know, like I worked at Stop and Shop when I was 18. I worked there for 2 years, so I could have qualified that income. Because they don't know if you're only there for 3 months, they can't qualify that income because they don't know how long that's gonna last, and it's just not enough to go off of. Like, is this gonna be stable for life? For 30 years. So they just want to see 2 years of tax returns, for the same house. So
But for the
you can't
same job,
qualify.
that's ridiculous. Like, um, I don't know. Me and my wife in our mid 20s, like, we're hopping jobs, we're hopping places to live at. Like, I don't think we've lived in a place more than a year before.
Hmm. Yeah, it's true. There are some places that will let you do a year, but you know, at least from early, well, typically, well, I don't know, like 20 years ago, you were able to just get loans on anything. I worked at a job for 1 week and you can get a loan on that and qualify the income.
Right.
But they've become way more stringent with all of their requirements to buy a house. So there's some edge cases. Some of them will allow you a year. Some of them Like if you went to college and you did 4 years of college and you got a job in the degree that you got the 4 year degree in, then you can qualify that as 2 years. But most people, like you're saying, how is anybody like younger supposed to do it? They'll put their parents on as a non-occupant co-borrower.
Huh.
So they're not going to live there, but they're putting their income on there, which is something that I would actually have to do because I haven't been a realtor for 2 years and I haven't had YouTube for 2 years, so I can't qualify any income. Um,
I don't know. I
but
just feel like that's
fiance can.
a really heavy discrimination a little bit because, some communities don't have exactly the best relationship with their parents. That's really
Yeah.
restrictive. So it's basically you're telling like a lot of people that they have to basically you have to wait until you're like 30 before you can even buy a house versus some people when they're just 18 they can just start buying a house.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're saying if they just have like bad relationship with their parents.
Right.
Well, 2 years is not a long time though. It's like if I just got a job at 18, now I'm 20, now I could buy a house.
I
You know,
guess, but like I don't know. Like I said, me and my wife, we just change jobs and change where we live every year. So obviously, we couldn't qualify by ourselves.
that's not common. Most people aren't
I
moving
don't
like you
know.
guys
I
are.
don't know. In DC, the hustle culture. When we were working in DC, there was no one barely working at a place for more than a year. Like you have to up that income if you want to pay rent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and usually for internal promotions, there maybe you'll get like a 5% raise, but if you went to apply for another job, you can probably see a 20 or 50% raise.
That's true. I mean, that's smart, you know. That's definitely smart. I would assume a lot of those people are renting though. So they have at least they have a place to live. And if they, I don't know, if they like that job, they could just stay there. But I hear what you're saying. I guess a lot of people will switch jobs for that pay jump.
Right.
Um, but yeah, those, I mean, those are really, those are your, I mean, that's what stopped me for so many years because I did switch jobs too. Um, or if my fiance didn't, but I'm gonna end up using my, uh, like a parent or her parent cosign. So this way we just get in the house with their income and then we just pay it, you know. And then once you have the house, then you're pretty much good, you know.
Right.
And you could just put that money into the next one, you'll qualify, you know, for the most part.
Well, I guess if
But
you're looking to buy when you're younger, make sure you're keeping up a relationship with your parents.
or just work in the same place for 2 years.
No, man, you can't get a raise. Oh my god, my wife's been working at the same place for about a year now. Her raise was 1.5%, and I was like, what the fuck? That's like an extra $100 a month.
Yeah, but we're talking about the general population doesn't even know that you can do that, that you can pop. I mean, you dealt with DC people, but I'm telling anybody who where I'm from right now does not even think like that. They they're like, I've worked there for 10 years and he's 18.
No.
I'm like, what? Like how, you started at 8 years old? Really?
That's funny. Well,
Um,
apparently
uh,
I'm
uh,
abnormal.
yes, I would say so. I think so. But there might be some, you know, you might be able to get like that 1 year qualified. There's things you could do. Lender's trying to work with you, so yeah,
Oh,
there's things you can get on her income and stuff like that.
well, that's good to know.
Um, and that actually might even be better because if it's only on one of your guys' income, you'll be more eligible for the down payment assistance, so you won't have to come out of pocket for that. So
Hmm,
there's always something you can work with. We'll talk about that. I could probably call some people for you. Um,
sounds good.
Doc says, Anthony, can you sell houses in Virginia if you don't have a license there? By sell, I mean represent a buyer or seller. As far as I know, no.
You
As
should
far
get
as
a
I know, I cannot.
you should get a
Huh?
license in Virginia, Maryland, and DC so you can just sell wandering dog property.
Can you look this up? Can
Me?
you look up something for me? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Can
yeah.
you look up? Now I'm interested. No, not the question. The question is, South Carolina, to Virginia, real estate license, and then reciprocity.
Oh my god, how do you spell? Okay, there we go.
Right, it's there already. Yeah. Does Wyoming North Carolina does not have formal reciprocity with that? What about South Carolina though? there should
Oh,
be
yeah. Why did
no.
it
Oh,
change
you
it to
put.
north?
God damn it. Uh,
Ooh, you can sell in West Virginia.
I could sell in West Virginia if you're
Wandering Duck.
you're looking for West Virginia. Um, can you look at that? What states have real estate license at the bottom there? Right there, yeah. Is it just West Virginia? Uh, so I have reciprocity in Georgia. I don't even see where it says.
Only in West Virginia, North Carolina.
Oh, come on. So, Doc, if you're looking for West Virginia, then I can help you, or Georgia, I can help you, or I'll just go get licensed in Virginia. I'll do
Oh
it.
my
But
god.
but 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 what I could do, Doc, is I could literally find an agent that I like. If you're looking for an agent, I could find one that I like and appreciate, and then refer you to him, and this way I'll get like a 25-30% cut of
Ooh.
whatever he does for you. So I can do that. I can if you want to support, Anthony. And then I could just talk to you on the side, like, but you know what you're doing, Doc knows what he's doing.
Listen,
Um,
listen. You got to get a Virginia real estate license, and I'm gonna tell you
do
why.
I?
Right here.
Why?
Look at this. This is the average home in Northern Virginia.
Wow.
How much commission would you
Woo,
make off of
damn.
that? How much commission would you make off of that?
36 grand.
Yeah, like, dude, you just need to sell one house. You need to
No,
be like Graham
40 grand.
Stephan.
I should, right? Instead of selling these 100K houses, I just go to the millions.
Dude, this is a normal. This is look. Listen, this is a
Wow.
normal house in Northern Virginia. This is just a house. You
Look,
think
I
it's a
get it.
mansion?
All right. In New York, we had so many of these friggin' McMansions, they call them.
Oh my god. You
Oh
want
my
to see
God.
where Wandering Doc lives? How much that costs?
Let's see.
Now, Wandering Doc, where he lives, it's a lot of senators and important politicians live there, and it's like a really expensive area.
Really?
Yeah. Look, this is. I used to walk by these houses all the time, and you wouldn't think that they're like $3 million. They're like
Oh,
normal ass homes. Probably they would cost maybe
oh,
300,000 where you're living in Greenville.
oh yeah, yeah, about that.
Yeah, this is
Hmm.
almost 3 million.
Uh, S- Sledge coming and saying, Calvi, job loyalty doesn't equal the best pay increases.
Right,
Well, he
exactly.
was advocating for the opposite. Yeah, Calvi was like, no, you should keep jumping around to job.
Oh yeah.
This way you get more and more pay increases. Hmm. But you know what? In all my years living, you see that, what street it's on? Chestnut?
Uh, sorry, I didn't know you were still talking about it.
Yeah, man, Chestnut Street. Mm-mm.
Why?
Anywhere in the world. You go to a Chestnut Street, there's crime. It's not a good place to live. This is the word to the wise. You go to a Chestnut Street, sometimes a Walnut, but usually chestnuts are really bad. It's just this.
Dude, nothing
Try
happens
to,
in Bethesda. Nothing happens in Bethesda. I'm telling you.
man, you haven't been to Chestnut Street.
Dude, I
Did
went to the street all the time to get tacos. Like, it's.
you really?
Yeah. There's a
So
little
it
food
was
stand
good?
over there. Yeah, I used to walk this
Really?
all the time. Like,
So nothing happened ever, huh?
no?
That's surprising.
Look at these.
Oh,
Freaking.
well, oh no. Oh, never mind.
What?
Hmm. That's super surprising.
This is the only home I could afford in Bethesda.
Wow.
One bedroom, one bathroom.
Beautiful.
Oh
That
my
is
god.
beautiful.
Oh my god.
Um,
Homes, man. What I'm telling you, Wandering Dog has to have like a crap ton of money. Like, oh my god.
he does. He does.
Dude, you should get your real estate. I'm telling you, you should get your real estate license in Maryland and Virginia. Work with Doc. You would make your income just by two houses he's buying for investment
I
purposes.
know. I know. Doc would be great. Because like he doesn't care mostly because the seller's paying those my fees. So it's like, might as well have a good time. We'll go together. I'll buy you food. to let me get a commission.
Wandering Doc, desperate housewives in Bethesda. Oh my god. I forgot to
Oh my
tell you,
god.
during the day, there would be like a gang of housewives just walking on the sidewalk.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Why are they just the wives of like stockbrokers and people who are crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Dude, the average income in Bethesda, Maryland is 180,000 per household.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can afford it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think Wandering
Wow.
Doc lives like here, around here.
How do you know?
He said something. He said something, and I knew it because I lived right here.
Where'd you live?
Like, all right here, East West Highway.
Oh. Oh wow.
Yeah, I lived
You were
right
in a
here. I was in an
you
apartment.
were in a house? Oh.
No, I was in an apartment. Look, this is the cheapest house
Okay.
in the area, and I can't afford that.
Yeah, no. Nope. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should be an agent out there, honestly. I mean, we actually have some $1 million houses out here. Um,
but it's not every house.
oh no, no, not at all. It's I don't know, some nice places. I think there's like a place called Brentwood. It's like a historic hit district, and it's all those. It's like bigger house, but not that expensive.
Well, since we're basically
Oh
done
no, we're going to
helping
Green.
me, let's go to Greenville, South Carolina.
Do you feel like do you have any questions about anything that I cover?
No, I think you did a pretty good job, like explaining. I definitely feel more comfortable buying a house now, or
Oh
an
wow,
apartment, whatever I can afford.
condo. Yeah, gotcha. Oh yeah, Sledge said I meant Calvi is right. He was just agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Um, maybe search by. Actually no, it's fine. I've oh my God, I've seen like these houses there. I've been to some of these houses.
Anthony's
Um,
hustling.
yeah, we're running around. Let's see what houses they got here.
Oh, how
You
should I
go.
restrict it?
You could just zoom into like where it's the words Greenville are.
Okay.
I mean, if you want the expensive houses like Powdersville, but yeah, you can go right here.
Oh my god,
Let's
look.
see what they.
I can afford this.
Let's
99.
see. What the hell? Oh, it's just land. 5,000 square feet land.
I'll just set up my little tent out there. No, I'll set up my cyber truck out there.
Oh my God, that'd be sick. Oh, I would do that.
Fuck.
Um,
Damn. This property 500,000? Is it like
yeah, man,
nice in
people.
downtown or something?
Oh yeah, yeah. Take a look at some of the houses, Greenville downtown, man. These are like this one. They're pretty expensive. You can get in the millions. Um,
Oh yeah, real
but
quick in
yeah,
the
a lot of them
chat,
are nice.
Wandering Doc's like, get your Maryland license. He'll help you make your income for the year.
If there was a way that I can just like pay a bunch of money and be licensed in all 50 states, I would do it. Like, because like Doc's guy moving there, and I had somebody in the Discord that was moving to Florida or moving in
Mhm.
Florida. It's like I could have helped everybody out. I would just drove down. I would have just flew. It would be so good. Um, Matt Clausen, legit question: how big of a difference is FICO 8, 9, and 10 to mortgage FICO rate? To be honest, I really don't know.
No,
I don't know how big of a difference it is. I mean,
it's probably minimal.
you know, yeah, it's nothing that's ever come up to be like an issue. Like, oh, this was lower, or this one was higher. It's just for the most part, I believe it was fairly standard across the board. Same rates and everything. Um,
Hey, I'm just
price cut
curious. How long
10K.
would it get you? How long would it be to get you certified in Maryland?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I think there's some states that have reciprocity, meaning I could just transfer the license and I got it. Boom.
Right.
There's some that I can just take a test and not have to do the classes, so I have to check that. If there's just man, I really don't want to do that test again. I hated it. I hated it so much. I really like if it wasn't such a hassle, like I would do it, you
Dude, I
know.
think it's
But
worth
then
it to get in
I
Maryland.
but then it's a lot of money because I gotta pay like an extra 1,500 a year on
Oh.
MLS fees and all that stuff. I'd rather just refer it. I'd rather just find a really like killer agent for you guys and just refer it out and let me get 30%. Well, it won't happen. The agent will give it to me, so it doesn't even matter what you guys with you guys and everything. You don't lose any money, but I would probably just prefer that. It'd be a lot easier.
Yeah,
Just
that makes
refer it
sense.
out. You know,
Yeah, I gotta get
like I'll
those
do that.
connections.
Like Calvi, when you go to buy a house, I'll have to do that. Like I'll have to find you a sick agent, and then I'll have a like a 50% referral on it. Like I want 50% or whatever, seller whenever you buy the house.
Sure. I mean, you're helping me out.
It's
And I know you're helping out a lot of people in your Discord group. If you haven't joined the Discord group, definitely do that.
yes. Discord is in the description. Um, Doc said he's looking at some lights
He's
slash
gonna price
flex
you out.
industrial investments.
Doc is
Uh,
gonna price you out in Greenville, South Carolina.
oh my God. I was looking at some light slash flex industrial investments. Can you tell me exactly what you mean by industrial investments? Um, Depending on what it is, not the most familiar, but I mean, I could just learn it. My broker actually is very versed in that, in those classes, like all industrial and whatnot, commercial. So if anything, I could just get his brain on a platter, and then I could help you out. I could find some stuff. So yeah, what class exactly are you talking? Uh, what else we got here? Yeah, where are like the really expensive ones in downtown Green?
This one's
Why don't,
three
why, why don't you do
million.
this? Oh yeah. Oh, what the hell?
What?
That's right up there.
Oh, this is a
It's a
whole
condo.
floor.
Yeah, that's
That's like an
that's
office building here.
yeah, that looks like something like that. Oh my God. What is that? 30,000 buyer's agency fee? So that would be your cut if you sold that. Hmm. 1%.
Huh. That's crazy.
Doc says most of them are multi-purpose warehouses. They are zoned as industrial. So a lot of it is storage of equipment. Oh, okay. So yeah, if you're looking at like those, yeah. I've seen a lot of them. I haven't really dealt with them. I haven't had anyone buy them, but I could read up a lot on them and I can find there's a ton out here though, I will say. Like really a lot.
Huh.
Especially like if you go on the outskirts like Anderson, um, Piedmont, maybe like Greer area. I can show you some stuff for sure.
Now, what is
Hmm.
the stuff that is Doc talking about? Like storage equipment? And storage units, or like what is this?
Like he's saying multi-purpose storage facilities, so like a warehouse where you can maybe I could put anything. With storage containers, I could put cars in there, I could put equipment, I don't know, anything.
What
Just the
would be
warehouse really.
the what would be the reason why most people would be buying these stuff?
Um, Usually investment. They'll turn it into a business. Like
Oh,
here now I have an RV park now or here else, those storage container businesses like what are they called? I don't even know. But they'll buy a facility that they could just put a bunch of containers in and rent that out to people,
hmm.
mostly business purposes.
I see.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I think
Huh.
it's like a southwestern style house, right?
Yeah. Hmm. What do they call that? Do they call that terracotta? I'm not even sure.
I really don't know.
Like that, like that. Oh, I guess no, never mind. Oh, is that? Oh, I wasn't zooming in. It's all like white brick on there.
Oh, yeah, I
Hmm.
can zoom in. I think this is just like a computer image, though, right?
Yeah, yeah. It looks like The Sims 3. I'm trying to think where like maybe go down. Well, maybe do the
Okay.
filter by anything over 1 million. There are some that you got to see. They're like Lakeside. They're really
Okay.
um. You might even have to zoom out a little bit because they won't necessarily be downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, see if you could just. Oh, look at that one. That first one.
This one.
1.1. Or is that even nice? What is this? Oh, that's crazy. Look at that. That's
Why
huge.
are
Look at
there
that
so
door or that
many?
gate.
Why are there so many houses that are modeled after the southwestern side?
I don't really know. I don't really know if there's history with that or not. And why they would have that style. Hmm.
I don't know. Me personally, I don't really care for this style too much.
No.
No, I don't like the rustic
Hmm.
old style, but I know some people like it. Oh my god. Did you I know we're planning a trip to go to Nashville. Did you see that cowboy hotel that I sent you?
Cowboy Hotel?
Yeah, I'll pull it up real
No.
quick. I think Wandering Doc has some stuff.
Yeah. Um. Oh yes, I'm sponsors. I'm involved. Some of the sponsors I'm involved with send me those deals. It's hard for me to evaluate them as a passive investor since I'm not too familiar. It's not self-storage though. Different asset class, which I'm heavily invested in. Self-storage and mobile home parks are my favorite asset classes because they perform even better in recessions. Yeah, you said that. You taught me that. Um, that they do the best during recessions and stuff like
Oh
that.
my god, it's
Um,
ridiculous. A real quick story.
Interesting.
My cousin,
Hmm.
well, my wife's cousin is had to sell their home because they couldn't afford it, and they were paying a mortgage of like it wasn't bad. It was like $500 a month, right? But now
Hmm.
they're bought two storage units for all the crap they buy from Amazon and junk, whatever. They bought two storage units, and in combination, it costs $500 a month.
Oh my God.
It does not make any
Jeez.
sense. But I guess
No.
Wandering Doc's making money off that.
Yeah. Yeah, he has the mobile home parks and the self-storage. Yeah, so I'm not even quite sure. Zoned as industrial. So you're saying just a multi-purpose warehouse that it could be like a factory of sorts? Um, either way, whatever I can find out what it exactly is, because I really have no experience in it. My broker will, so I could get a lot of info on that.
Oh, real
And
quick,
then
I did find the
or
Cowboy Hotel. Whenever
why
you're
is it
ready
called
for
the
it.
Cowboy Hotel?
Urban Cowboy Hotel? Now you're asking too many questions.
Sorry. Well, I mean, what's so special about it? I think you did send it to me. Damn.
I don't know what's
Um,
special about it. It's just called the Cowboy Hotel. Let's
it's
see.
nice.
About? No, they don't have about.
You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, this is what the inside looks like. I thought it was really cool but it's a two-star hotel, so that was interesting,
Damn. How is that 2 star? That's great.
right? It's not bad too.
We're
I
gonna
think it's
stay at the
only a
friggin'
hundred. What?
Ooh.
I think it's only a
So
hundred
no,
dollars a night.
that's it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay there. You wanna stay there?
I'm not going
That piano will start playing itself at night.
to. Right? I stayed. I think
Jesus.
I sent you. What was that place called? It was like Bento Living.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you said that.
dude, look at that bathtub. It's just in the middle of the room.
That's the love tub right there. Easy access to the bed.
How far away is it from Nashville? Oh my god, we are totally off topic here.
It's okay. My I'll probably leave in a little bit. Uh,
Yeah.
Once my phone hits 10%.
So it's on the northwest side.
Hmm.
I know there's some good food like here. Look at that. Greek food.
What is that?
Greek food.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna get us to
Hell
try a
yeah.
lot of different things.
Hell yeah.
Jesus. Are you gonna wear a cowboy hat like me?
No. I don't know
Why not?
why. I look really funky in a cowboy hat. I don't think it matches with a lot of Asians, in my personal opinion.
Hey man, we gotta go to Houston then.
Houston.
Yeah, they have like the second largest Chinatown,
Huh. I
and they're
didn't
all
know
wearing
that.
cowboy hats. I want to go there. What the hell are you looking at? Rice hats?
No, Asian cowboy hat.
Oh,
See,
hey,
look. It
that looks
looks
great.
it looks great. I don't know. It looks strange to me. I think
That's
you
you.
had to.
Oh, look how hot that one is. That guy. That's you right there. What's going on, Shojas?
So just
Knee
came in
howdy.
when so just came in when we're talking about nonsense.
Oh no, Shojas.
I
We're
think
even. Oh.
I
Hmm.
think I could pull off a cowboy hat if I grew out a mustache. I don't. Oh yeah, you don't know. I don't have a mustache, and I don't like a mustache.
What?
What?
That's upsetting. I thought you did.
Did you?
No. I figured you were. I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea what you look like. I actually have an idea in my head, but
Yeah.
yeah, it comes in my head every night,
You just
every
dreaming about
single
me
night.
every day.
I actually did. I did dream about you the other day.
Oh yeah, what is that?
I think I told you about it.
Oh, okay.
I, I
I,
think
I didn't know if you wanted to share it with everybody else. Share it with the class.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to. I think I dreamed about Calby and Shelby. Oh yeah, and Calby was a cat, which he is. But I remember just like talking, and you like weren't understanding what I was saying because you were a cat. And then Shelby was a human. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So I don't know. We'll see if that ends up being true.
Yeah, we'll
But
see.
I think you could pull off the cowboy hat though.
All right.
Joe just says, "Them there's some damn fine Asian cowboy hats." Mm.
Yeah, but I think you need the mustache. All of them have a mustache. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Without a mustache, you sort of look like a little bit weird, in my opinion.
yeah. I could see. Well, then you kind of look like Egghead probably if you're like hairless
I like
like
this
that
picture.
or like that guy. Jesus,
Oh my god, who's selling this crap? Nee howdy.
man, have you been to Nashville?
No, I haven't.
Oh, this would be your first time. Wow. Um, so there, you got to see. Like, we'll go into one of like those boot stores, and they're like thousands of dollars, and the hats, some of them are like 500, 600, $700. Like it's
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Oh yeah. I've been to Gatlinburg, which is in Tennessee, and
Oh, right.
it's about the same. It's a little bit
Yeah.
cheaper because it's made more for like tourists.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too.
Still got to book the hotel.
Oh yeah, and the Steven, I think his last name is Young.
Hmm.
You know the Walking Dead.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, he
I mean, I know it, but I didn't watch it.
I see. Well, he got. I think he got popular off that. He may have been popular before, but I think he got popular off The Walking Dead.
Hmm.
He's a Korean, I believe, a Korean American. And he didn't look too bad in a cowboy hat in the movie Nope.
Really?
Yeah, I mean that's what he looks like.
Oops.
What? Oh,
Sorry. I lost you for a second.
yeah.
There.
I don't know. I
Let me
think we're
see.
not looking at houses anymore. I think that's about the end of this live stream. Our attention span.
Okay. No, Caitlin texted me saying, or somebody's texted me saying that they're gonna go look at a baby goat right now. So yeah, we're in the South, man. Uh,
One of my wife's friends, they owned a baby goat in their house.
really?
Yeah.
Huh. It's a little odd.
Right. No, you'll see some weird crap out here,
Hmm.
but it's all fun.
And then oh, DJ Bruce Wayne, what's going on? Mr. Wayne, Mr. Batman. He said everything's good at the Batcave. Said, "What's up, Anthony? I'm in the market to finding a home and it's a headache. So difficult. Damn, man, you're gonna have to rewind." And I went through a lot of good details with Calvi.
Yeah,
He's
down payment assistance, like that's probably
oh
really
yeah.
valuable.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, rewatch the stream because we go into down payment assistance, we go into what kind of loans there are, which one might be better for you. We go into certain home types, what's good and bad about them. So
You
but
gotta
yeah,
pull up.
man.
Oh,
Hmm?
sorry. You gotta pull up someone in the Discord to help them find a home next.
Hey man, maybe Bruce Wayne has to be next. You know, maybe Bruce Wayne, we could help you find a house, give you some details. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Wow. Hmm. That would be cool. Yeah, this was fun. So everybody's different, you know.
Right. exactly. I
Hmm.
mean, what I'm looking for and what probably Bruce Wayne is looking for is completely different.
Yeah, honestly. Um, I think I just hit, or I'm at 9% battery, so I guess we could call it.
Yep, this is your channel, so I guess you'll sign
All
off.
right. Bye. Thank you so much, Calvi, for joining in. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me.
Um, of course, we'll have to do it again, and then again when we actually go to buy a house. Um,
Right.
thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to be on a series called "I Help You Find Your Next Home," which, if you weren't familiar, Anthony Venture, Anthony Venture is a licensed real estate agent in Greenville, South Carolina.
The best one.
But the best one, right? Hopefully. And I can help you, possibly, not as your client, but just as a friend, to help you find your next home wherever you are in the world. So maybe we'll have to make it a series. So that would be cool.
That will be awesome.
But I guess until next time, also tune in tomorrow. Anybody that's still here, we're going to have Chad Money Minutes on the live stream, and we're going to talk about his upbringing, his YouTube channel, and the future. So that should be fun. So until then, take care. Have fun.